My dream has always been to work with computers. As a kid, I used to ask questions like, who invented the computer? Or who created this game?
These young people live at the Zaatari refugee camp in Jordan. It's one of the world's largest camps. Ayman is 17 and comes from Syria. He's been here for 2 years. He's teaching other young refugees computer animation. He learned it himself at a similar course this spring. This is part of Refugee Code Week, where refugees teach each other IT skills. It's a program sponsored by the United Nations Refugee Agency, UNHCR, and German software firm SAP. In all, 10,000 youngsters across the Middle East are taking part this year.
I'm drawing pictures of girls and balls and cats, and I'm making them move or jump or dance or run. We have a lot of fun here.
The most promising students get to join the 16-week intensive coding boot camp. Ayman may have more experience than the others here, but he still wants to learn more. He's ready to take the intensive course.
There are few opportunities to get a job here in the refugee camp. But if you become a programmer, you can be recruited and get a job outside the camp. I'd be able to leave and travel and see the whole world, God willing.
80,000 Syrian refugees live at Zaatari, here in the middle of the Jordanian desert. The sprawling refugee camp has become a town of its own. There are schools here, market squares, and even a local payment system. What the people here don't have is any idea what the future might hold for them. The young are in urgent need of education and training.
The Refugee Code Week has 2 goals: address the literacy, the education among the refugee population, but also the employability of this young talent, those young refugees, where they are empowered with job-related skills and they can benefit from jobs at SAP or business partners and ecosystem.
It takes a quarter of an hour to drive across the camp. We're going to visit Ayman and his family in their corrugated metal container. Ayman and his family fled their home in the Syrian province of Daraa in January 2013, when the civil war got dangerously close. For a year, they moved around within Syria before they crossed into Jordan.
Over there, we lived in homes with electricity and water. We had everything we needed. We even had a car, and we didn't need to rent everything. Thank God we found safety here. We're grateful to Jordan for taking us in and giving us shelter.
They're now just 100 kilometers from their old home in Syria. When the bombs fall there, they claim they can hear the explosions. The Jordanian capital, Amman, is an hour's drive from the camp. Is there any need for young people with IT skills? We went to find out. Ali Hilli is from Iraq and came here a decade ago. He develops game apps for the Arab market. He knows the IT scene here well and organizes meetings for startup entrepreneurs from across the region.
Amman is being transformed into a more IT city. A lot of applications are now, the mobile applications are now presented to order your food, gas, taxi online. so that a lot of companies in here are moving toward the mobile devices. And that movement would need a lot of coders so that we can cover the shortage in the market.
Oasis 500 is a seed investment company and business accelerator for high-tech and creative startups. It's become an influential player in the Middle East. Here, Ali Al-Hili introduces us to Syrian entrepreneur Salim Najjar. He fled Syria 4 years ago. Last month, he set up his own online retail business selling home decorations. Refugee entrepreneurs are quite a rarity. Jordan doesn't often grant work permits to refugees. Many of those who have a job work freelance for foreign companies. Salim says foreign IT firms don't ask for official working papers. It's the skills that count.
Being a refugee, you need to survive. And I believe that if I don't have the programming skills, I won't be able to find a good job. I won't be able to get a high salary, to pay the rent for my family, to support my family. Because I don't know anyone here. Before I came, I didn't know anyone. And I had to establish a new life after I lost everything in Syria.
Starting a new life is what most refugees at the Zaatari camp can only hope for at the moment. Ayman doesn't think he'll be going home to Syria anytime soon.
Right now, I'm going to stay here in the refugee camp and continue learning until I master programming languages. Then I'll leave this camp armed with that knowledge. The coding course will help me prepare for a job and create a future for myself, God willing.
Civil war at home stole the future Ayman once had. Now he's getting a second chance here in Jordan.